Sir Worton seized control of most of Palaedra while Lysander was away. That worm had the strength of the entire country now. Our most powerful weapon against him, however, wasn't a sword, or a magical artifact, or even an army. It was the truth.
Welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 4. This is the final campaign for the True Blade campaign. So, Scenario 5, the Rightful Heir. Lysander returns to find Palaedra in the middle of a civil war. Worton and his supporters have conquered the capital and much of the kingdom. There is little resistance left. The good people of Palaedra are on Lysander's side now that Cantaine and Dissent have announced that Worton is their son, and not the rightful heir. Palaedra's future now rests in Lysander's hands. Okay. So, this is a medium map. Let's begin. I've never doubted that Lord Lysander would defeat Worton and save Palaedra, but recently I've worried in secret that something beyond his control might cause his plans to turn sour. I know my concerns are groundless, especially now that Sir Cantaine has joined us against his shameful son. Then we reached the border of Palaedra and found the kingdom in the middle of a civil war. While we were off rescuing Sir Cantaine, Worton had launched his attack and conquered most of the country, including the capital, Palaedon. Sir Daymark, Palaedra's regent, while Lysander was gone, had been defeated in battle and locked in prison. All seemed lost. As soon as he received word of Worton's victories, Lysander called a meeting of his advisors, Sir Cantaine and Lady Dissent, Adamus and Protho, and even me. After relating the details of Worton's success, Lysander stopped and looked upon us each in turn, his face tense as he tried to control his anger. And that is what we face, Lysander said through gritted teeth. Worton controls Palaedon and 4 other strategic towns in the heart of Palaedra. He's named himself King Worton Gryphonheart and has sent word to every community to swear fealty to him or suffer dire consequences. It took a long time for someone to break the silence. Unfortunately, Adamus said finally, I see no realistic diplomatic solution. It seems war is inevitable. I agree, Sir Cantaine said. Protho and Dissent both nodded. Then all eyes turned to me. Lysander asked them, what do you think, Milton? Me? Yes, you've been at my side every step of the way. You know this land and its people just as well as I. Palaedra is in chaos. How do I heal it? I was glad to even be part of this meeting, but to be asked to speak was unexpected. I had to say something, though, and quick. I cannot believe that all of Palaedra has abandoned you, my lord. We cannot be the ones who sent Sir Worton's lies, I said. What do you mean, Lysander asked. Well, as powerful as Sir Worton seems right now, he still doesn't possess the support of all of Palaedra. Or surely he would have more than 5 cities under his power. If you pass the word that Worton is not a Gryphonheart blood, I'd wager that the people would come to your aid rather than oppose you. The only likely reason they haven't joined Worton yet is because they're not wholly certain he's telling the truth. They have no proof. Brilliant, Squire Milton, Adamus commented. They don't act because they are afraid to make the wrong choice. Sir Cantaine interrupted. I must apologize again, Lord Lysander, for my son's horrible behaviour. I swear to you that Dissent will remain at your side until we can mend the damage he has caused. As shameful as it is, I'll shout from every tower that Worton is my flesh and blood, not King Gryphonheart's. Dissent took her husband's hand and leaned in close. They were always next to each other, often arm in arm. I felt a pang of longing in the pit of my stomach and looked away. After a moment of silence, Lysander seemed to come to a decision. He said, we marched immediately to take Palaedra back from the usurper. Adamus and Protho left immediately, but I was still there when Lysander took the hands of Sir Cantaine and Lady Dissent in his own. I promise you, he said softly, that when the time comes I'll do my best to spare your son's life. People such as yourselves should never feel the loss of 2 sons. Well, we've got all of our heroes here, including Sir Cantaine. So he's going to be joining us for the final mission. Expert combat, expert archery, expert melee. 370 health. Let's join up some of these together. Maybe I'll put them all together, I'm not sure. I guess we'll start putting them all together and then see how we go. I might split them up later on. We should have a fairly powerful group now. Not even sure if I need any other kind of army. Let's do... Let's do that. Basic life magic, I think. Maybe Sir Cantain doesn't have it. Okay, it's just Sir Cantain, that's fine. Let's grab the gold. Neutral army there. In a final attempt to end the war before it can begin, Sir Cantain and Lady Tset composed a letter to their son. They warned him that he would soon be exposed and begged him to surrender before more innocent people were killed. And they were kind. They even offered him their love despite all of the things he had done. And Sir Cantain apologized for not spending more time with him when he was young. When Tset finished reading the letter to Lord Lysander, she said, "We were hoping we could use one of your messengers to deliver this to our son in Palaedra." Lysander took the letter. "Of course, lady. In fact, my squire Milton will deliver it." Lysander said, handing me the parchment. I felt my muscles tense. Me? Why me? Later, after Sir Cantain and Lady Tset were gone, Lysander sat down with me. He must have noticed my earlier surprise, because he immediately began to explain himself. "You'll travel under a truce flag, Milton. You should be safe, but when you deliver this to Worton, I want you to look into the eyes of your soldiers. Tell me how loyal they are. Tell me if they will fight to the death for this man. You are the only one I can trust to make this determination, Milton." "Thank you, my lord," I said. "I will do my best." I know. Okay, so we've got... oh, basic scouting. Might as well give them basic scouting. Arrow of stunning. Okay. Wand of illusion. Okay, let's take a look around. Looks like a town over there in the corner. I think we'll go down there in a little bit. Let's head out, see if we can take over this town. Scores of squires should be fine. I'm going to persuade some of them. We'll use quick combat here. There are no guards here, but the gate seems rusted shut. You figure that 3 potions of ash should do the trick. Those will eat through the gate, and you'll be able to pass. Okay, looks like I have the 3 potions, so that's fine. Let's head on through. Can I leave the squires behind? They can just maybe have a little look around. Oops. Okay, +3 attack for everyone is good. This is going to cost me a lot of gold. One of your non-magic skills. Sure. Okay. I guess that happened for everyone. I was counting of how many times I was stopped by enemy patrols during my journey to Palaedra. Each time I had to explain that I was delivering a message to Sir Worton himself. The first time I called Worton Sir, I got slapped across the jaw with a gauntleted hand. The blow drew blood. "That's King Gryphonheart, traitor," the soldier said. As I had been ordered, I stared into the man's eyes. Loyalty wasn't what was driving this man. He didn't even seem to be a proper soldier. No, he had hit me because he enjoyed violence. Were these the kind of thugs Worton was recruiting for his army? It seems so. Let's grab some gold. Go to the library. Okay, that's fine. Wish it told me what they learned. Actually, I'm not... Okay, I didn't actually learn anything over here. I'll have to go back. Lysander has become a level 26 battle mage. Increase of the magic fist and ice bolt spells. Okay. You count out the tuition fee for class, and someone points the way. You best hurry. Class is in session. Advanced enchantment, expert spirituality. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back here and learn this. Oh. I've already got 11,000, so I guess we'll leave Sir Kentain out. Master Combat. Master Offense. Okay, that's good. A few extra skills there. Let's head on out and keep going. Take on the Ogre Magi. Some are going to join us, which is always nice. What spells does the Ogre Magi have? Bloodlust. 25% more melee combat in damage. Melee damage in combat. Don't know if we're going to get to that, but that's fine. We'll start shooting the arrows. Okay, to set needs a crossbow or something. Okay, so I want to move these around, put the knights at the front. Find out where that goes in a minute. Let's go to the... Well, pick up the sulfur. Let's go through the tower, see if I can grab the town. The guards peek out the window and say, "Provide us with this proof of which you speak. Show us the real parents of King Worton, and maybe then we shall let you pass." You watch as Sir Kentain and Lady Desette announce themselves to the guards in the tower. Fortunately, there is a veteran commanding them, a man who has fought beside Kentain in many battles. The two men embrace. Soon the guards are convinced that Worton isn't their true king and apologise for supporting the scoundrel. Of course you may pass through this tower at any time. Luckily, the impeccable reputations of Sir Kentain and Lady Desette are enough to convince the people of Russ and Hill that Worton is not the rightful heir to the Gryphonheart throne, so they decide to join your cause against the usurper. Nice, okay, we do have the first town. Beautiful. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, so the hero army is doing pretty well so far. Let's check out the town. Don't have any money at the moment. Might as well buy the tavern first of all. I announced my name and purpose when I arrived at the gates of Palaedra. Instead of being brought before Worton, I met the city's seneschal. The man appeared fatter than the last time I'd seen him, and there were quite a few more gold rings around his pudgy fingers. Yet as I rode through the streets of Palaedra, I noticed people with drawn cheeks and frightened expressions staring back at me. Worton was bleeding the people dry to fund his war against Lord Lysander, and people like the seneschal were profiting from it. After my brief, pointless meeting with the seneschal, I was ushered to my own room, where I'd end up waiting for 3 days. Okay, Milton's going to wait there for 3 days. I'm going to grab the gold for now. I feel like I've already leveled up quite a bit. Okay, this could be an interesting fight. Let's do that. Okay, where's Mass Bless? There we go. What can she cast? Ice Bolt. There we go. Let's tag that. We'll go into the town tomorrow. Word is starting to spread through the land that Worton is not the true king, especially in those areas where there are no laws to squelch such rumours. The town of Barrington has decided to join your cause. Oh, nice. We have another town. Fantastic. I guess we need to protect it. Let's build a city hall here. Let's put in some troops. Okay, so I guess I should be sending some heroes down here to grab that as well. Let's just quickly finish this off. Okay, let's get out of here. I guess you are stuck there as well. Several in a band. That could be an interesting fight. Does give us access to the Tree of Knowledge, but don't have gold for that at the moment. And don't know what's through there either. Two-way transporter. Right, let's take on... Well, I've charmed two of them, apparently. $170 health. Okay, well there go the Thunderbirds. Let's wait for the moment, whittle these down a bit. Okay. I guess one person can level up. Lysander, go on then. Level 28 Battle Mage. Do I really need healing? I'm not sure. Expert Magic Resistance maybe? Let's do that. I should have some random troops now. I guess they can join together to form a little army. Why not? Okay, do I want to go through here and just see where it takes me? I would like to clear out this area and make a path to this town here. Crusaders. Alright, let's leave the portal for now. I guess I could send someone through. Although I wasn't called a prisoner, I was treated like one for 3 days. There was a guard outside my door, and since I could go nowhere without him, I seldom went anywhere at all. But when I looked into the soldier's eyes, I saw uncertainty. And a little fear. He was just doing his job. Perhaps he even wished he could find a way out of it. Now I knew why Lysander had sent me. More than anyone, I knew what loyalty was. I saw it every time I looked in a mirror. My lord wanted to know if Worton inspired loyalty in his men, because without it, our fight would be much easier. Then there was a knock on the door. It opened a moment later, and one of the tallest women I'd ever met stepped inside. She was broad-shouldered but shapely. I found the crow's feet at the corners of her deep blue eyes especially attractive. Made doubly so when she smiled as she set a tray of food on the small desk near the window. "I like to eat by a window," she said, throwing open the shutters. "It's better for the digestion." "Thank you," I said. "What happened to the normal girl?" For 3 days, the same young servant girl had delivered my food. "She's playing sick for me," she whispered. I immediately stepped away from the door. "Who are you?" I asked quietly. "The name is Portia, and you are Lord Lysander's man, are you not?" "Yes, Squire Milton." "I can't remain here for long, for the guard will get suspicious," Portia said quickly. She turned and clattered the tray of food around for the guard's benefit, perhaps buying herself a few extra seconds. "Why have you come?" "2 reasons. One of them selfish, which is why I volunteered. I've come to tell you that all the commanders and soldiers loyal to Lord Lysander have either been killed or locked away. Palaedra will fight if you come. But know that his people have no love for King Worton." "I have seen that," I said. Portia stepped closer, placed a hand on my shoulder. She smelled of fresh bread and cinnamon. "My other reason for coming here is personal. Is it true that a cleric by the name of Protho travels with Lord Lysander now?" I saw nothing but concern in her eyes, and suddenly it dawned on me. This woman must be Protho's wife, or more likely his mistress. Only someone in love could be that worried about another. Just my luck, there was something about her that made me forget about the war. "Yes, Protho is one of Lord's advisors. Is he well?" The door creaked open. Quickly I said yes. Then Portia slapped me. The attack sent me reeling into my bed, where I tripped and fell to the floor. "I am no prostitute, sir. I do you the honour of bringing you your food myself, and this is how you treat me? How dare you?" Despite my spinning head, I could see the guard's grin. Portia's back was still facing the guard. She flashed me a grin and a wink, and then stormed from the room. I still wasn't sure what had happened, but maybe my thoughts would come easier as soon as the room stopped doing flips. "You're lucky, sir," said the guard. "She left your legs intact. That one could have done a lot worse." And then he closed the door, leaving me alone with my pain. Okay, so that is Protho's wife. Can I read the sign first? Hamlet of Hudson, East Town of Rustland Hill. Okay. Do these guys want to join? No, we do persuade a lot of them though. So that should thin their numbers quite a bit. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And we are through. Do I want to recruit the ballista? Probably not. A young nervous man stands outside his farmhouse. "Please help me," he calls out. As he passes by, nodding, he tells you his problem. "I hope to get the grain to the traders, but there is an angry mob of peasants nearby. There is no one around here to get rid of them. If you disperse the mob, I'll give you some of the healing potions my wife makes." Okay, not quite sure what mob he's talking about. Boost morale. I guess I can make a little army here and send them around. There we go. Another town has stepped forward to join your battle against the usurper. Unfortunately, Maldrune will be the last because no other community is bold enough to stand up against Worton's considerable forces. You really can't blame them. Okay, +2 morale. Magic Spring. Tavern. We've got the peasants there that I could grab for the gold. Looks like I do need to go around this way. Okay, monks would be good as well. Let's grab the peasants. Okay, I'm going to tag them. I can use the caravan to send them straight to the town, so that's fine. As long as I tag them. There we go. 5 crystals. A host of peasants. Okay, so that's what we need to complete for the quest there. Send these guys down to have a little look around. Okay, dozens of monks, that's pretty scary. Oh, we are getting attacked? Okay, that is unfortunate. Well, charge. 34 monks, yeah, we're not going to survive too long. Well, there goes my army, but that's fine. On the 5th day I finally met with Sir Worton. He sat on an elaborately carved throne so new that it hadn't been painted yet, although he wore no crown. There was a long cloak of blue silk over his shoulders and the false Gryphonheart blade across his lap. I stared at that sword for a long time, but I could tell no difference from the original. You have something for me, Squire, Worton said arrogantly, holding up the unopened letter I brought with me. He grinned at the lords and knights gathered in the room. It wouldn't be an unconditional surrender from Lord Boring, would it? I clenched my jaw tight as the others laughed. In their overconfidence, the guards had left me my eating knife. It was still sheathed on my belt. Lysander had taught me to keep my blades razor sharp, even ones you didn't use in battle, so I stared at Worton's gloating face. I thought about how easy it would be to draw the knife and cut the scum's throat. No one was close enough to stop me. Then I remembered my lord's promise to Sir Cantaine and Lady Dessette that he wouldn't kill Worton, and Lysander's promise was my promise. Assassination was not the way, but as I decided against the attack, I was afraid I would soon regret missing this opportunity. No, Your Highness, I said with some difficulty. It is a letter from the real parents, Sir Cantaine and Lady Dessette. I should not have said that last part, especially in front of everyone. I was angry, so I struck out at Worton the only way I could. Worton tore the letter up without reading it, shouting, "Lies, lies." I was thrown to the floor by one of the guards, and then Worton took his red-faced anger out of me, kicking me until I went unconscious. Okay. Hopefully he'll get out of there alive. Let's carry on. We'll deal with the peasants here. Just use quick combat. 500 gold. And we will go back and see if we can complete that quest. Let's tag this first of all. Oh, we can trade here. I don't really have much to trade. Deal with you as well. Oh, can we not go quick combat? I guess not. How much health do these guys have? 10. Okay. Blue player has been eliminated. Okay, that's fine. I don't feel like I need to buy anything right now. I can make my way around this way. Temporary boost to luck and morale. Let's go back here and just complete that quest. I'll send the peasants back to the town once I've cleared the path, but let's go and see what happens here. The mob has been taken care of. You tell the young man. He listens hard and then nods. Seems you came through for me. Here are this month's batch of healing potions, 8 altogether. Take them and use them in good health. Nice. The longsword, +7 movement. Woodcutter, let's deal with you guys. Okay, let's cast Iceborne Monks. Okay. Clears the path down to the south. Can recruit some monks there as well. I'll just tag it. I won't take any with me right now. Okay, heading on out. So I do want to visit this town. I've got some gold now, so maybe we can start building it up a little bit. Let's build the fort here. Need the city hall here. What do I need? Don't have the resources for any of this, unfortunately. It is a little bit of a slow start in terms of resources. Let's grab the gold there. A few resources over there, but let's go to the town first. Oh, looks like I could have taken a shortcut from here to there. Okay, that would have made sense. Anyway, we cleared the path. Tagged all those buildings as well, so that's good. I woke in a dungeon a couple of days ago, bruised and bloody and naked. In the cell next to me was Sir Damark, the former regent, but apparently he was in even worse condition. Among other things, Damark's jaw was broken, so we rarely spoke. After a couple of days with no food and water, I was finally brought a bowl of weak broth. The servant girl held the bowl gently to my lips as I drank, but when the guard wasn't looking, she reached inside her shift and pulled out a fist-sized cut of pork wrapped in cheesecloth. She quickly slipped it into my hands. From Portia, the servant whispered. Thank you, and thank her formally. When I finished the broth, the servant wiped some of the dried blood from my face. Stay strong, she said, and left me alone. Inspired by the servant girl's words, I shouted, Stay strong, Sir Damark. Lord Lysander will come soon. Okay. Look, warding is good. Don't need to go through there at the moment. "17 of them? Kind of like the Thunderbirds, though. Let's get rid of the Medusas and start going for the Beholders. Okay, nice. Plus 3 defense. I company. How many is a company? Okay, the mana vortex sounds good. Looks like there's some resources in there as well. I guess I could do a little loop around there. Check that out, then back to the town. Oh, that is a lot of them. Probably should cast Bless. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Okay, not too bad. Grab the gold, grab all the goodies here. Plus 93 spell points. Okay. Sounds good. Learning prayer, picking up some potions, grab the gems, pick up the gem mine, 1 gem a day. Oh, we could go to the tree of knowledge as well. Or 30 gems? Right. Well, I guess we can't go to the Tree of Knowledge. Let's leave that for some other time. Might not actually need it. Let's take on the Sivrai as well. Whew, okay. Got the crystals. Holy Shout. I guess some of the heroes could learn Holy Shout. Let's quickly make our way to the town. Haven't seen any other heroes yet. Grab the goodies here. Take out the Magi. Use quick combat there just to get the experience, pick up the ore mine and head into the town.